Um, we have to discuss firstly the remarks made by certain ministers about the aftermath of the shooting incident. They have said that some people are trying to rouse national feelings and national liberation feelings among the Tamil people by raising the question of police operation. Now we have to say very clearly that it is the government and the police and other officers who are in charge are raising the Tamil nationalist feelings by sending oppressive operations in the Tamil areas using Sinhala officials. We have repeatedly said that instead of armed forces, if we are sending police into an area to keep the law and order, they should be basically Tamil policemen who understand the area and know how to behave and how to talk and how to communicate. They understand the history of the society. Instead of that, if you send completely a single group, middle of the night, into a Tamil area, apparently to look for thieves and robbers, you are creating a problem. You are creating a problem of nationalism and a problem of racial oppression. So therefore, it is the government and these officials who have behaved like fools are responsible for the arousing of the appearance of Tamil nationalism again in the area. They should have known better that one of the foremost demands of the national liberation of Tamil people are to have a Tamil police, to devolve the power of police into the area. This is very clearly indicative of the idea of communication among the people. Police is a civil organization in charge of civil operation, in the sense civil society. It is part of the civil society, and they are going into democratic discussions and to settle problems and to uphold law and order. So they have to be people of the area and close to the area and well known to the people, because it's a civil work that is people are going to be close and be able to communicate. So, but this fundamental principle has been violated by the police and the government by sending Tamil into the Tamil area, 100% Tamil area, singular police officers in the middle of the night and armed to the teeth. There is no difference between that kind of armed police and the army. Just because you say you have removed the army in that area, if the police officers are carrying the same weapons and same way, then it is not a change acceptable to the Tamil people. So instead of coming out with gross, foolish utterances about this thing happen, it is the duty of the government to see that police in the area who are supposed to keep law and order is predominantly Tamil police, and powers be given to the people in a manner so that they can keep a civil society intact. Then the second problem today we have to discuss is the question of Arjuna Mahendran's this central bank bond scam. Now, the opposition says that in this, this is a corrupt action taken by Arjuna Mahendran when he was the treasurer, and they must expose the corruption, and also the extension of that corruption into his son-in-law's company operations, and it has to be, there should be certain indictment and punishment must be made. But at the same time, they say that in the course of this investigation made by COPE committee, that UNP is intervening everywhere, and that UNP has gone to courts to stop the report of the COPE being taken outside the parliament and exposed to the public. So they say even the Prime Minister is seriously intervening and trying to divert the issue from the so-called culprits, Arjuna Mahendran and his son. Now, if they are challenging Prime Minister in that manner, saying that he is intervening and he is forcing media to not to publish certain truths to the people, and that entire UNP machinery has been utilized to intimidate and also to debate with the people, and even within the parliament it has been taken as a issue by top leaders of the UNP. Then you are accusing the UNP of being political. Then this issue is not just a corruption issue, but it's a political issue of consolidating finances on behalf of the United National Party. They are indirectly accusing that the money has been taken out and being used outside to expand the sum of money by using the interest rate, and it has been protected as something belonging to the UN. The UNP is mobilized and UNP leaders are mobilized, and they are fighting to keep the operations low and see that it is not given in the direction of the Arjuna Mahendran and his son-in-law. That means it's a project for the financing of some project of the government or the Prime Minister. So that is the accusation really, a political accusation. They are accusing Prime Minister and the UNP of robbing the state coffers for a certain project. Okay, that is all right, because political leaders have been operating on that matter all over the world, including in England, America and all other places. In the times of disturbances and severe conflicts, money of the state coffers or that belong to the state have been utilized for political reasons by political leaders. Even Lenin said the party in the struggle may rob the bank or take money out of state coffers to do political work. That is how political revolutions are made. Political independence are won by taking money from anywhere and then utilizing it for the cause of the struggle. That is why in politics there is only one moral indication, moral rule, that is end justifies the means. If a political leader use various tricks to take money out of the state machinery and the state coffers and utilize it for a political purpose, it can be justified only by showing the results that he has got either for democracy or any other virtue or political virtue. That is the way it will end up. Therefore, in this case also, if the opposition is maintaining that UNP has totally, as a party, has intervened in this problem, then we have to come to the conclusion that Arjun Mahendran has worked according to the instructions given by the party leaders and as a loyal supporter of the UNP. And that even his son-in-law has done the same thing, and they have, that is the reason why the UNP leaders are defending this operation. Then where can it go? It can't be settled by the COP committee. It is a political problem. Then you must take it to the parliament. If they are interested, they can bring a no confidence motion against Ranil and other UNP leaders, saying that these people, they have, for a political project, they have taken money out of the treasury. So they can take it and see what results you can get. So if you accuse people that the money have been taken and that have been utilized for political reasons, then it is not corruption in the ordinary manner. Corruption is that if you are taking money or using it for your own private matter and for your private purpose. But if it is a project of a political group or political tendency, political leadership, then it has to be judged in the plane of politics. That's all.